It's not giving me a camera here.
You're on.
You can see me?
Oh, your webcam's not hooked up. It's showing like it's not plugged in.
How do you turn it on?
What kind of laptop is that again?
MacBook Air. What in the world?
MacBook what?
Air.
Can you click the Apple menu? He hears ya.
All right, hold on, everyone. I don't know what happened. I'm trying to figure this out. See, like, what happened to the camera?
That's all you should do.
What in the world? It worked last time.
No. Let's see if it's working. Hold on.
I don't think it is.
It's not showing here, but it's showing on your screen now. That's weird. Go to your live. See what's going on there.
I don't know why it's at. It didn't ask me for a camera last time.
You don't need any of that right now. It's a reverse silent movie, Kathy says.
This is weird. I don't know why it won't turn on the camera. It says it's on.
Magic reboot. Somebody says maybe you need to turn it off and we'll have to try starting over and see if it works. Kathy says use your external camera.
Do you want to get it? Or I can get it, I guess.
I got it. You keep messing.
You might as well bring down both batteries.
Well, we hope you didn't come here for tech help. But you can start
Yeah.
typing in any questions you have while we're figuring this out.
I need a cord.
Try movie mode. Austin says that they're so anxious to see you, Matt, that it broke the camera.
Let's see if this works.
Thanks, Kathy. She says post your questions in all caps. That way Matt's sure to see them. Podcast time. All right, I'm going back to my computer now.
Well, that's weird. I gotta figure out. Well, sorry about that. You guys came here to look at my mug. Look at that. I can zoom in and out too. All right. Is the sound working at least? I think it is. You guys were saying stuff in here. Let's see, I gotta change.
Are you adding somebody as a mod there?
Trying to.
Okay.
1 second here. How you guys doing? It only took, what, 8 minutes for me to figure this all out? Kids wouldn't go to bed. I'm going to blame it on them. All right. So how's it going? All right, so I have something given to me from a company. So I don't need it. They actually reached out to me. It's a Minnesota company too, and they're gonna do a giveaway. So someone tonight's gonna win all this. And if you don't know what it is, this might help you out. I'm supposed to wear this too, and this. Super Clean reached out. I didn't even know this. It was a Minnesota company, and they saw the video apparently, and sent me stuff, and then we'd worked out a deal for you guys. So someone's gonna win something. I have to tell them the winner, and then they're gonna get a bunch of stuff in the mail from them. So be pretty cool.
Is it colon cleaner?
Minnesota. I'm trying to read the chat. I was so behind in all this. All right, so let's start out. How about some questions before we just do the giveaway right away? Or do you guys want to do the giveaway? Let's do a couple questions. What do you guys got a question for me?
Austin wants to know about support for Illustrator, if you'd offer support for it.
It's similar to Coral Draw. So I could help in a way. I couldn't get detailed with it because I don't. You have different. See, like you have different. Um, how do I say that? Like your words, your program on top of your bar is different layout than the Coral Draw. But I think like all your cheats, your all that is the same, I believe. How often do you replace the tubes? Um, they haven't like Epilogue has hours on their tubes. When I got that one, they said it would be 10 years, and that one didn't go 10 years, but there was a flaw in the tube and it went out like right away, which they covered 100%, so it's fine. Typically on the Chinese laser, the one I bought, the eBay laser in there, that one they said it was, I think, like 1,500 hours or something. It wasn't high, and that one went out less than that. But I was burning pretty hot, and it was my fault totally on that. So I will I want to get that one up and going because I have the laser tube. But I'm gonna wait until the spring because I want to put it out underneath the deck because I don't have room to do it in my room in here. So it's gonna go underneath our deck, and then I'll leave it tarped and everything. I'll do videos on that. Austin, have I ever dabbled in fob laser from China?
Fiber.
I'm thinking fiber. No, I have not. I do have a couple of companies that have reached out, and I was going to ask you guys tonight if you would want me to do it, and then they want me to test out their laser and see what it's like. They're not the big lasers, they're smaller lasers like desktop lasers. I thought about doing it. I didn't know. Don't worry about it, Austin. I do the same thing. I don't know if that's something you guys are interested in. I would give them away. Because I don't want it. I don't want the clutter, but I could give them a run for their money to find out. But that's something I get a lot of emails on, and I just keep saying no. I don't want to be having a cluster of them here. So, and I like my Epilogue for now. So I really don't know. How many hours do you put in a day laser engraving cutting? Well, today was probably, Sarah ran it for a little while because I was out and I went cutting wood. But typically it's from, what do you say, Sarah? Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this. I can move it. Probably, I would say a minimum of 6 hours. Yeah, at least 6 hours a day. Typically, depending on the type of or time of the year, it's more. It'll get to be quite a bit actually. Like during Christmas time, that thing runs for. I hate to say this, but there's a couple of times it ran for 24/7 for sure. So, with that, like when you're running them nonstop, especially if you have the Chinese lasers, if you have any kind of, not even Chinese, anything that has cooling, you want to make sure that you have make sure your cooler is working spot on. Excuse me. You do not want it to heat up because that's what happened with that other laser I had, and it toasted that tube fast. And even with these are air cooled, and if I'm pumping that wood stove, I have to watch it because if I get too hot down here for too long, then this thing will start messing up on me and kick back. It doesn't like it. So what's the favorite material to cut? Well, that material would have been that birch, but because you cut it really fast, 1/8 inch birch, and it was cheap. I made shelves with it, not these shelves. Other platforms for on those shelves over there. I did stuff for my kids. That was fun. That was fun. I like how fast it is. But the only thing is that resource is going to be drying up pretty soon here. So if you run out of birch, I'd go to the store and buy it. Yeah. Supply chain definitely messed everything up, Austin. I do my own woodworking. Yes, I do all of our own Kelly. I do all my own like cutting boards. I want to do some more shelvings up in the kids' room. I found a really cool way to do floating shelves. So I'm going to do some more of those. And then I did I'm working on a cellar right now for my wife and I. Yes, Mark. I changed. So when that tube went out, I told them, they called, they sent the stuff to me. I put the old tube in. It was like 8 bolts. It was simple as heck. And then sent it off. And then to hook this up to get the laser lined up, it was barely off at all. It was amazing. It was awesome. How do I like Etsy? Well, that's a love and hate relationship right there. It's fine. I like it. I've done it for so long. Honestly, Amazon is really probably the way to go if you're not going to do personalizing. If you do personalizing, Amazon's not a fun thing to do with unless you are going to really commit to it. I mean, I have kids, I have a family. I don't want to be tied down to this and doing it every day. So I don't want to do personalization on Amazon because it's such a fast turnaround and they will dock you if you're not doing it fast enough. Thanks, Chad. Russell, what is your favorite product to make? My favorite product to make would probably be mugs. Like when I go on, like I just got back from a fishing trip actually, with family members, and I always do a bunch of mugs for all of us and then hand them out when we're up there. I like doing that because people use them. And then one of the guys, they're like, "Why don't you put your name all over this?" Because I want it to look good. Like, well, what if someone wants one? You'll tell them where you got it from. Let's see, Irish whiskey. Hey, Matt, I was watching your glass etching video. Do you also have a base? I've done the bases before. I don't have that anymore, I don't think. I don't like it. So the thing with the base is you have so you're going to have a round surface here. And when you go into a base, you see how you etch, like you got probably 1/4 of an inch each way. You could probably go a little farther, but you got the distance you're already playing with. That's traveling distance is terrible. So what you're going to have is on the edge over here it's going to be a faded, and it's not going to be the same etch up here. Or if you compensate for it, you can make the middle not etch as nice, but it'll etch perfect on the sides. So I really don't like to do the I don't like to do the, what is it called, the guides or whatever on the floor. I like to use the rotatory tool. So the rotary tool is way better because it's more consistent, it's more even, and it's a better look by far. Austin.
I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
Roll Tide. Russell. Let's see. Tom, have you recently, he said he recently tried powder coating material as a color infill engravings. Have you ever tried that? Any luck? I have not, but someone had reached out and asked me in an email, and they said, check out this guy's video. So I did, and I was shocked. I'm like, well, it makes sense because powder coating heats up. And so anyways, it's something that I really am contemplating on trying out. I'm looking into, I have a piece of paper over here, and it's got different places I can get the powder coating from. I thought about trying it out and doing it on a couple pieces of wood and then making a video about it to see if it works, because it's the internet. You don't know what does and what doesn't work, but that guy seemed legit. So I want to try it out because I think that'd be pretty slick. Jason, yeah, Amazon FBA. That's what we did. We did Amazon FBA, and it's a monster. But you make good money, but it's fast and it's hard to keep up. So what we always say is, well, if it ever gets to that point where we're struggling that much, we'll just hit FBA up and it'll get us out of the hole. But it's a beast. Amazon is a beast. If you're making stuff that people want, it's a beast. If you're Eddie, if you're first starting out, what materials would you suggest the person to buy? That depends on your laser. So if you have like a glow forage, I cannot talk tonight. I would start out with, wood. You're not going to go and get cylinder items because you can't do them in there. I shouldn't say it. You can, like we were talking about the jig, but they don't turn out good. I would start out with wood and just hit the wood and hit acrylic. Acrylic it's an understatement yet. It's just starting to come out yet, in my opinion. But what you could do is I keep looking for scraps. I just got rid of them all. You can take like a piece of wood and then cut out acrylic so it comes like 3D and glue it on. There's stuff like that you can do. I would definitely stick to that and watch and if you do have something with the rotary tool, then, do pints, wine glasses, whatever you can, these mason jar glasses, do whatever you can. But the one thing I would say is watch how much inventory you have. And everyone should always be thinking of inventory. Like when we started out, we bought a case of something. Okay, we'd sell half of it. We'd have enough money to buy another case and then sell half of that. Now you have enough money to buy two. We kept doing that until we knew we had enough in stock, or that's what we wanted, and then so forth. So that's how we built, and you build pretty fast. Let's see. I am missing some up here. Eric, is that a booster exhaust fan on your? Nope. So that is my main exhaust fan right there. So that is an 8-inch exhaust fan, and I highly recommend it. I went with I have, a 4-inch. I had a 6-inch. I went to that 8-inch, and it is a beast. So you want to talk about not cleaning your lenses no more? Yeah, that's the ticket. Saves a lot of time. Laser, the only bad thing I noticed about it is, well, it's not bad. It's sucking out so fast that you have soot and everything on where the air goes out. So you're constantly washing that, wiping it down. But I'd rather have that than washing out all my lenses all the time. It's awesome, Jason. I'm glad you like it. Bloopers, man. Yeah, I always have a lot of those. Oh, okay. I missed that. No. So Irish whiskey. I don't a base. So I'm sorry. I do not have a base. That'd be easy to make up. You make two of them and then put a piece of fabric on the back so it hinges out. If you know what I mean. But no, I don't have a base for that. I bought those, and that was just simply for testing on glass for when I started with the lasers, when I had the Chinese laser and then these, because I wanted to know my parameters. All right, I'm way behind on this.
Carl wants to know what the super clean smells like.
It doesn't. There's no smell. That's what I like about it. I used to use rubbing alcohol all the time. That has a potent smell to it. And my hands would get so dry that they would chip, like split. They would split on my fingertips. And it was bad. Like you'd move your fingers and they'd start bleeding. It was that bad. So I'd be wrapping them all up while trying to work and during business season. It didn't work out. I hated it. So I'm glad I went to Super Clean, and then I found LA Awesome. I tried that Simple Green, and Super Clean and LA Awesome has been the only ones that works for me. So, and then once I found out they're from Minnesota, that was pretty sweet. So, well, thanks, Mark. Have you ever used Alibaba or AliExpress? Yes, I have. I believe it was Alibaba. Right, Sarah? Yeah, it was Alibaba.
So,
We bought metal can koozies and loved them. Sold so many of them, like a lot. And it was I forget what company it was. They came out and they said that you couldn't use the word koozie, so with a K. So we changed it to a C, and then you couldn't use that word. And yeah, so then we just only could use can cooler, and we haven't sold one since. So I've used them from other things. You have to watch who you get them from. I got only burnt once out of the two different experiences. So
how long before you needed a second laser? Eddie wants to know after you got your first.
yeah, I'm just getting down to it. So when I was working and I couldn't keep up, and excuse me, kind of going through a head cold yet. It was what do you say, Sarah? Probably our second year. It was somewhere about our second year. We couldn't keep up with me working, so our business was doing plenty good, and we had the money to do it. So we spurged and got this one, and then we ran both for I think it was another year and a half, almost 2 years, and then I quit. So it's just you'll know if you're staying up and you're only getting a couple hours of sleep at night before you go to work every day, and you're working every weekend, and you're missing out on like partying with your friends or family. That's a clear sign. Unless it's your season, you have to watch that too. Like that's number one thing is if your product has a season, don't be jumping the gun on anything because you just hang on for that season. And once you get a groove and you figure out like when your ups are and when your downs are, yeah, you'll be all right. You'll know when you need another laser. I never thought it'd be something like this. I never thought it'd be full time. I always thought it'd be just something on the side.
Rep Up wants to know if you cut your own bee supers.
If I cut my own what?
Bee supers.
Nope, I have not. I have done I got a box. You guys probably can't see it. Back underneath my desk. I'm going to do a video on, and I'm going to engrave that whole thing on all of it. I've engraved other bee hives that I have, but I have not done the lid, the supers. I've only done the deeps. So I'm going to do everything. I'm going to paint that thing with laser. Well, not paint, I guess. Laser engrave that whole thing.
Kevin wants to know how you determine your right power, speed, and your other settings.
Yeah, did I miss a bunch up here? Where are you reading
I wrote
these?
them down. So
oh, okay. Okay, read it again.
Kevin would like to know how you determine the right power, speed, and other settings.
Oh, so that is pretty easy. If you're, well, Epilogue has a book, okay? So I can base off the book and then I can dial it in from there. But with the eBay laser I had, just going like at Marshall's, you can get these blocks, or even if you didn't get the blocks, what am I kidding? If you have sheets of wood like this, like just regular cheap wood, if that's what you're engraving, whatever you're engraving, try to find the same product, but really cheap. Then just put it in there and start out and put it so you have. So what I do is I put 100 speed and 100 power, and then engrave it. Like literally say 100 speed and 100 power. And then keep doing that all the way down your list. So as you're going down this side and then you come back up this side, you know all the settings are in there and you can pick which one you like. That's what I do. That's how I started out. Once I found which one I liked, then I kept a notebook on that eBay laser, that regular size notebook, and it was glass had a page, and then tumbler glasses, like flat glass, and you had tumbler glasses, then you had tumblers, you had wood, you had blocks, cutting boards. It was everything in that notebook to keep that thing going. So I knew it was a cheat code, and I just knew what I had to put in there. Yes, you can get those block at the dollar stores too. Yep. We have a like Joint Fabrics pretty close that we went and got some of them from. But so let's do. I'm not going to close this out yet. I figure we can go until at least 8 or 8:30. So what I'm going to do is, how many people are even in here?
41.
41 people. All right. So I'm going to guess. I'm going to write a number. Okay, so this is how we're going to do the giveaway. I'm going to write a number in here on this piece of paper. And I already wrote it, so I'm going to put the pen in my ear so you guys can see the pen in there. I'm not going to show the piece of paper. I wrote down a number. So what I'm going to have you guys do is put in a number 1 through 41, because there's 41 people. 1 through 40. Let's do that. 1 through 40. You only guess once.
You can't start until I say start.
Okay, and Sarah says you can't start until she says start.
I'll type it.
So Sarah will type start in the thing and you guys can start, because there's a bunch of people going right now. So when she says start, I want everyone to put in only one number, only once, because otherwise it gets way too much. You're all right, you guys. Go ahead, Sarah. Okay. Now all the numbers after this.
I gotta know this number. Is it based on your computer or mine?
Holy moly. There was a lot. Do you see one?
Not yet. If you didn't answer, I guess the answer. Did you tell them they could keep answering numbers?
Should I go the closest one?
Can they say more than one number? A few of them did.
All right, hold on. All right, everyone, hold on to your numbers. We got, I'll start at the top here.
Okay. There's one person.
Aaron.
One person's really close.
Aaron Slinger was the first one that was the closest.
Can I double check that? My computer says different. But it should be based on your computer, since they're not always the same.
Yeah, I got live chat on, Kathy.
Go back up. I think you missed one. Where's Aaron?
It's way up here. Where you said start. See, you said start. Aaron's right there.
Oh, on my computer it's different. So okay, good. All right.
All right, number was 25. It's got your face. Cover your face. See, 25. So Aaron. Aaron is the winner. All right, so I need Aaron to email. Sarah, you got to put that in there. Email this email. Sarah's going to put in there, and then it'd be, if you could do it like right now and you come back to the live, or like right away after, because there's always those people that go in and say it's them, and I want to make sure I have the right person. And then I'll ask for your information. and then I send it to Super Clean, and then you'll get something in the mail. A box. There's. Oh yeah, Aaron, do you live in the? Yeah, that's my first time. I know you guys will get this. And then this one. But I'm excited for this one because this one is for grills. So you know what I think it's going to work for? The cutting knives table. So all the table that all you do all the stuff you cut on, it I think it'll clean that off really good. So I'm excited to try it. I'm going to try it this spring. All right. So Aaron, just send us an email and then we'll get you that stuff. Congrats, by the way. I'm breaking up. Oh no. Sarah's your phone on?
No.
Oh, I'm good too. Sorry if it's breaking up. Is it good now?
I can see it.
So you guys enjoying me just sitting here? This is weird.
Do you need a question, man?
Yeah, sure.
I don't believe you answered Tin Roof Relics on is Epilogue a dual source?
I don't know. You see that? She sent the.
Oh, so smart, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron. So I saw something in here about. Yep, I just got the email. I saw something in here asking about photo engraving. I can't remember what the question was all about, but I know it was photo engraving. So, yeah, I know you do, Kathy. I don't do photo engraving. Found you can, like, if you get the right settings, you can do it on wood. But I found nowadays, especially, the wood changes so much. I use a program that I bought, and I don't like it, so I'm not even gonna say it, and it's expensive. I heard that Lightburn is a lot easier to do photos in. Have not tried that yet. Still thinking about it. But I tried really hard to figure out to do metal, and it's like the hardest thing ever because you have to try to get all your dots spread out so far. It was difficult. So glass, I've done glass once. It was easy. It's just a pain in the butt for what you can get for like what you charge people. It's just a pain. It's just a lot of time to get it to work good. So I really just don't mess with it. Lightburn, yeah, Russell, that's what I keep hearing. I've never tried it, and I need to figure out what I should do after this is email Epilogue and see if Lightburn works for Epilogue or with Epilogue. Let's see. Yeah, the borax trick. There's someone did email me too. I can't remember who it was, but I have that email saved, and there's something, or was it in a comment? It might have been in a comment, but I have it saved, and what I'm gonna do there is I'm gonna try it. It's a new program, so I'm gonna give it a try, and if it works, I'll let you guys know. Any place online you can get 1/8-inch birch? No, I don't really know. What I would recommend is go to Menards. If you have like a lumber store or lumber yard next to you, go there because that's your best bet. The lumber I used to get, all that maple MDF, I got from the cabinet guy. It was terrible. I have stacks of it over here that I can't even use. The laminate peeled up, and then when you go to cut it, there's so much soot you can't get it off. So I can't use any of it. That's what stinks. So I went to Menards the other day, and they had a bunch in stock, and they have a different dealer than the people that I was getting it from. So that stuff was way better. But I know once they get this other stuff, bad stuff out, probably in another month or so, my other dealer will be better because cheaper. So just gotta wait. I want to wait a couple months.
Question for you, Matt, and it got flagged, so we're gonna let it go. He wants to know what you've done on firearms.
Oh, Austin. As far as firearms, I have done one of my guns. I have a buddy that has an AR. He's going to be coming over. He was in the military, and he wants a couple things done on his. And the only thing I haven't done with the guns yet is really figured out the fiber part of it, because I know you can go pretty deep with the fiber. So that's fine, Kathy. So that I haven't done that. I have another guy that has a oh man, I should slap myself for not knowing this. It's the old, what is that? A Hornet? Oh man, it's the old lever action brass. It's all brass, but he wants me to engrave the brass. And to me, I hate brass because it doesn't ever look good. I just don't like brass. Okay, so Ed is saying 1/8-inch birch at Hobby Lobby, $4.99 for 12 by 24. Oh, Poppy. It doesn't work for epilogues. Okay. Well, then you just saved me from writing an email.
Allison has a question for you. She wants to know how big of an item you could engrave on your machine.
So the Legend back there, that one is a 24 by 20. Yep, 24 by 20. And this one here is a 20 by 32. And the 20 by 32 is great for, like, I did, what was it? Those are a weird cup. It was a cup that had a flat edge on it. And I filled that whole bed full. It was nice. Oh, and knives. I have a knife tray. I gotta stop looking around. I have a knife tray, and it will cover most of that bed. And I set it in there. So I did cutouts, and then you just cut it all out or just engrave it all. It's so slick. So and make sure everyone's utilizing your beds. Like when you're doing flat stuff, get a piece of wood that'll cover your whole bed and then cut notches in it and put the items in there so you can just let it run and walk away. Because if you're engraving, you're fine. Like don't leave the house. Let's not be ridiculous here. You got to be around in case it starts a fire. But the other thing you can do is baby monitors are cheap, and you can get them to hook up to your phone. Hang it, put it up there on the shelf, point at your lasers. And then when you're outside in the garden, chicken coop, playing with your bees, you just look on your phone. Oh, look at there. It's still doing good. Don't know who does that. Epilogues. So, Eric, do epilogues have feed-through slots? I've seen one, and all the new ones, I haven't seen any of them. So it's like they got rid of it. Okay, Austin, you'll still be able to print. So you think I could take it from Lightburn, put it into Coral Draw, and then put it on the laser that way? Russell, that's a good idea. That'd be a really good idea. Oh, and do you guys, those desktop lasers, do you want me to say yes to some of these companies, try it out, and then give them away? I don't know if that's something you guys would even want to use, or maybe something you guys don't even want them. But I think then I would have to get Lightburn just for that and put it on my different laptop. Yes? Okay. We'll start saying yes to them then. There's a lot of different companies out there. I emailed some of them too because I really was curious about some of these little ones for desktop because there was one. Well, I'll say it on here. I don't mean to badmouth anyone, but I tried to email them. It was the Pecker laser. I emailed them. They didn't want nothing to do with me. And I just was like, hey, I just want to give it away to you guys. But I thought that one was pretty cool because you could literally take that and set it up on someone's desk or a glass on a car and hold it there, and it'll etch it. I think that, to me, I think that's sweet. Starting out a small business, you could grab a little laser like that and you could etch on someone's window in the car. I mean, you're open to possibilities. Business windows, would be crazy. You put a big, so like if people don't know what I'm saying, you could, if they wanted something bigger on the window, on some of these like handheld desk ones, you could put a tape on there, map it out on your computer, print it. So you have a piece of on or paper, tape it on, excuse me, have it where where each point is for the laser, and then you take that section and you just print that section out each time. You could be doing businesses, windows, it'd be crazy. Let's see. Yeah, it'd be a really fun time with portable business. So yeah, my new laser here, this one, well, newer, it's old now, but not that old. That one's got the CO2 head or tube and the fiber tube. It's got both. And I bought it for one job. That one job would have paid for the whole thing. They changed their mind and they didn't like it. So if looking back, if I'd have known that, because it was a signed deal, I wouldn't have got the fiber. But it actually came in on that job. It worked out good because so aluminum's terrible to etch, put black on, but I could etch it with the fiber and then etch it with the cream on there. And man, it was, awesome. Worked out slick. Resin printers, huh? I haven't done any of those. So my brother has a UV printer, I believe it is. He's gonna do like braille, and he can do a lot of stuff with his, but he basically prints on wood. His business. The X tool. Yeah, see, I don't know. I'm out of the game with the lasers, and I should get back into seeing a bunch of them because it's what I do for business. But I'm not in a business to try out lasers either. I'm in a business to run stuff and make stuff. Let's see. See, Ro, I can't do that with the fiber. I can get deeper. So, well, I shouldn't say it. I am dying here. I get another battery.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Yeah, battery just died. Wait a minute, folks. While Sarah is literally running upstairs. Should we time her? Back to the podcast mode. Oh, man. So, note to self, be a little more prepared. I'll figure this out for next time. I promise.
Ed says Lightburn has a 30-day
Boom.
trial.
Boo! Yeah, I saw that. If I do any of these, not if, I'm going to email these companies back. So when we try these desktops, I'll probably end up getting it then and put it on my other laptop. How many watts is my fiber? That is a 50-watt fiber. Yeah, UV printers are great for printing on acrylic. They are amazing on wood too. My brother does stuff and people think it's a sticker, and he says, "Get it off for me then." StreamYard. Yeah, I see. Brian's got StreamYard. I'll have to look into it. That's if I keep doing these lives, though, Brian. Great screenshot. Yeah. The second laser. So the newer one, or the first, probably the newer one, huh? Technically, the Legend would be the second laser, and then this one's the third. But I think you're talking about the fiber and CO2. That one, do you really want to know? I don't think there is much now. Maybe they are because inflation. Bear, it was over 70. And I still had to buy everything else. So it was not a cheap item. I will tell you that. But it was worth it. Definitely worth it. Nope, not cheap. Yes, wow. The first one there, the Legend, that one was 10. And that was used. Any way to engrave a logo on laminate flooring? I have never done that. I've done tile for someone for a backsplash, but I've never done a laminate flooring. I would think you could do a laminate flooring, but you wouldn't want to go deep. You would have to tickle it, basically. You go really fast and very low power. Yeah, Russell, I tried Inkscape when I had the eBay laser. I did that, and then I went to Coral Draw, and I just find Coral Draw. There's so much more I can do with it. I mean, I literally laid out the both rooms here, and I can give the measurements laid out, so it's almost like CAD, and you can put where you want stuff, so you know exactly where everything fits, and works out really good. It's so easy. But yeah, I used to have Inkscape, and that was free back when I had it. I don't know if it still costs money. I don't think it does, because if I remember right, there's a bunch of people working on it. Yeah, Russell's absolutely right. Go to Home Depot. You can get free samples of laminate. Yep, and Aaron's right. Make sure there's no PVC, because that's the other thing. So if you run PVC in any kind of laser, for all of you guys that have a laser out there, if you run PVC in there, your warranty is gone, no matter what, hands down. It will destroy the inside of your laser. Do not ever run PVC. If someone wants to give you as much as your laser costs, I wouldn't do it. Nope, no way, no how. We had a guy. So I used to run a really big laser for metal fabricating company I worked for, and when I was out for training, they told us this guy was cutting PVC, and they went there to go do the maintenance on it because he was having a ton of problems, and the whole inside was completely rusted, and the guy had it for only a month and a half, and some of the stuff you could stick your hand through the hole, like right through the metal. It was bad. Poppy. Nope. I've only had this one, Poppy. I had this one replaced, but it was right after I got it, and it was something from the factory that was messed up. It was the shutter, so they replaced it right away. And this one's still going strong, and that's been.
We're knock on wood.
Yeah, I mean, I better knock on wood. It's been a while. I'll just say that, knock on wood. Do I make products with acrylic? Yes. I just started messing out with acrylic. On that last live I had, I showed, I don't have them sitting out anymore. I did night lights for my kids. That was sweet. That was really cool. Because I made it, they're each superhero or Disney character, and then they get to pick the light, what they want. Well, until we say only red at night and very soft. But yeah, they like it. Yeah, Brian, it's like really terrible. It's right there. Doug's got it. It's very bad. Eric, I don't know. I get all my acrylic from, was it JDS and Johnson and Plastic. So that's, There's a company too off of Amazon, if I remember right. They can go through in their. It's the same. It was like the same numbers as the ones that they use, JDS and Johnson Plastic. Yeah, because some of that acrylic too. There's stuff that we used to work with at the fab shop that you could bend, and I know I can engrave it, but I couldn't cut it. Port Plastics. I don't know what that is. I seen we seen someone. What is that stuff that we bought, Sarah, from Uline? It's like a foam board almost, and it was basically to replace the wood. And we got that to try it out, but I didn't like it. It left a nasty smell. Like nasty smell. Did you answer Aldi? Yeah, I did. Aldi or Aldi and Express. So I'll just say it really quick. I did from Alibaba. I did it. Worked out the one time. There was only 2 times I did it. The one time it worked out good. The other time it did not. So just if I were you, ask like you can wheel and deal with those guys. Really, I mean, you really can. Say you want a sample and you'll even pay for the shipping, or say you don't want to pay for the shipping. They'll go back and forth to you for like a month, and then all of a sudden they'll just pay for the shipping. But make sure you like the product. And that's one thing I have to say. Austin. Yeah, I don't. Uline, don't they do free shipping?
No.
Oh no, Uline doesn't do free shipping. Who was that does free shipping? Oh no, Uline changed their shipping. That's what it was. In our area, they switched all their carriers, and it is not cool. Where do I get my stamps? I get my stamps from Johnson and Plastics. I would really love to get round stamps, but I cannot find them anywhere. Like I found one place, they said I had to jump through a bunch of hoops just to get it, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So I didn't trust it. Have you ever tried engraving on canvas? No. The only thing I engraved on something similar, I guess, would have been like jeans. I've done that, or a shirt like this. I've engraved shirts before. Yeah, $80 for shipping. Yeah, I paid way more than that just a couple of days ago. Thanks, Kathy. See you later.
Night, Kathy.
I listen to your videos when I clean house. Thank you. That's awesome. Well, thank you for listening, and thank you everyone for listening and your support. We don't make a ton of money off it. I'm just trying to put it back into it and help you guys out. So I'm having fun with it. I actually have a ton of fun with like editing and that kind of stuff. So it started out as a hobby, and it still is a hobby. So I don't know, it's fun. This whole live thing though, I don't know, that throws me for a loop. I didn't edit the video that was supposed to come out today, and I couldn't do it. We have a house full of sick kids, so I'm just like, nope, just not gonna work on it. I'd rather just do a live. And I haven't done one in a while because I was gonna make a really cool video on Super Clean, but oh well. So sorry, Super Clean, I didn't get a really cool video for you, but I got a live. So anyone else have any kind of questions before we close this out? It's been an hour already. Well, I guess we could go a little longer because the first 8 minutes it was just dark screen. Does anyone well, thank you. Does anyone would any you guys like to do like once a month, maybe like a Q&A where I post something up and I do a Q&A, even if we go live or I do a video on it? Yes, Robin. Cutting fabric and you can cut multiple layers is right. That's fun. I made the toolbox once and fine. Also, did everyone get the notification tonight when we put it out? There was I think it comes out as a box or a reminder. Business side of things, huh, Russell? What do you mean, like far as business side? Because I got to watch that too. I get kind of opinionated on the some of that stuff, but how do you get your name out to get orders in through Etsy? So John, it'd be probably the first 8 months we got probably dozen sales, and then it just ramped up after that. So you really got to take your time and put your time in. What I found, so it's changed since when I started to now. What I found nowadays with Etsy is you really need to stick to a plan, and you need to have at least coming out with a new product every month. Try to be, I would say, at least every other day, if not every day, in your site, filling an order or in there changing something in one of your listings. The more you're in Etsy, the more they acknowledge it, the more they push you. That's the best advice I can give you. It works too, because that's what we do every day. The days are like we have. The other thing is, Etsy's trying new things and changing things. In my opinion, it's like one day they're like, "Oh, here you go, turn you on," and then after a week, okay, you did good enough. And then we sit there for a week going, well, what do we do? But then we start doing more of this when you're in here a lot, when you're in it a lot, trying to put more products up. But then if we're not doing a product, I go in there and I start changing SEO on things. I look what's coming up for the holidays, just constantly be changing stuff. The more they see, the more they like. You kind of got to cater to them because technically they are your boss. Would like to see more on shipping, different things. No, yeah, Doug, we can do that definitely. Get more shipping ones out. Okay, Russell, I got you. Sarah's writing a lot of this stuff down. The what I personally should be doing with my business is I really should be going to local places and getting more local business because it's pretty easy. But I don't know. It's just I think I have just I'm in my groove. Like I really just like the online, waking up, coming down here, when the kids don't have school, coming down here right away, getting my work done. Then I'm outside doing stuff outside. And if I'm not doing stuff outside, I'm doing something with the kids, whether it's playing with them or, building stuff with them. So I don't know. I just, to do more local, it'd be more demanding, which isn't bad. I mean, you still get your name out there and it's good. It's a lot of business. You can get a lot of business. Like, for example, make a mug, a can cooler, wine glass, pint glass, whatever. Bring it to a bar, local bar, bring it to your liquor store. Like I did that once with the liquor store, and then changed owners. So, so our own website, Sarah, how's our own website doing? You're laughing. She's the one who wanted to take the reins on that, and she doesn't have it done yet. So we don't have that done. And you know, you guys, the only reason why I don't have my Etsy website up is because when I started doing this, the videos, we had people going to my Etsy page, and when you do that and you're not buying nothing, Etsy looks at that. You got your views going skyrocket, and your sales are staying like this. Well, Etsy does. Whoa, that's not good, and they push you down. They're like, get out of here. You don't want to be here. They pushed us out so fast. Our shop just shut down. So, but we were getting what was it, up to 2,000 views in a day, and we weren't getting any sales. So that would never happen, like in the past. So I don't want to put my website, my Etsy page on there. I'm sorry, but only how I would do that if YouTube paid me a ton of money, and that I don't ever foresee. And so I don't want to do that because that's our livelihood and that's how I make my money. So sorry. But yes, we're working on our main website, and we can't even show you that because it'd be the name. But no, we don't have it up yet. I have a craft show March 11th and 12th. Nice. My brother, my dad, my mom, all of them did craft shows, and they did very good for a long time. And then COVID happened, so now they're just do what I do, stay at home. Yeah, I made the liquor store guys sell the place. I'd probably be still selling down there if it wasn't for the new owner. But and then after it's switched so many hands now where I'm just like, eh. Do you guys ever do craft trade shows, areas? You know, we do. Aaron, we're busy enough online. There is times, you guys, where, all right, I'm not going to get like to the T of how much we make in a month, but there's times where you're going to make, let's say, $2,000 in a month. And then there's times where you're going to make over 20,000 in a month. So, and I'm not saying like gross, I'm saying profit. So you gotta remember that, and you gotta remember to save money to make it all equal out. Because if you're gonna think you're gonna get this every month and spend, whether it's getting lasers or on yourself, whatever, you're gonna go downhill and you're not gonna come back out of that hole. So just make sure you try to level it out and always keep a good chunk sitting aside for, you know, when your laser breaks down or if all of a sudden you need a new laser. So Scott, the only thing we do for local is basically some realtors. That's all we do. That's all we have left of. Austin, we do. Oh, what is it called? What is that called? The shipping.
Ship station.
Ship station.
It's similar to pirate ship.
It's similar to pirate ship. So we do that. We started doing that last year, I believe. And there is a lot of things that's cheap. Like, so if you're gonna do anything bigger, as far as like UPS, it'd be great. If you're gonna ship UPS, it's a good way to. It's cheaper. We had the UPS people come out here, and they wanted our business hands, like they wanted it bad, and they couldn't give me a cheaper price than ShipStation. So we just went through ShipStation, and they don't get all of our business. We do probably most of it's through USPS still, but it varies. Super clean compared to LA Awesome. It's probably the same. The one thing I'm excited for is this one to do the cutting knives on that board. That's the only thing. Otherwise, as far as like a smell or anything, the same. Actually, I would say not to like I'm not being well. They're not paying me anyway. So LA Awesome is probably about the same as Super Clean. But what I have noticed, and I don't have a mug, is I just did it for that trip. Excuse me, a blue mug. If you use the Super Clean, you literally spray it, and before you grab the sponge or a paper towel or a towel to wipe it off, it's already stainless. So, and that's the one that blue and red are always the toughest to get out of. And when I'm doing blue or red, I'll use Super Clean. When I'm doing the other stuff, I use LA Awesome because it's so cheap. Hi, Wayne. Glad you guys see me again. Do I use Shopify? No. Nope. Don't care for it. Never did it. Yeah, so FedEx used to be cheap. They raised their prices for 3 times last year, and UPS did not raise theirs at all. So UPS is cheaper. It all depends on each package, though. It does. Let's see. Oh, and then the other thing would be boxes. So USPS, they have free boxes, but we found by buying the box from Uline for a couple of cents and then shipping it that way, Sarah was finding that it was saving us a lot more money instead of using their box, which was the same size. So that made no sense to us, but I suppose they're trying to make for their boxes, pay for their boxes too. I don't know. See you, Carrie. So yeah, if you guys got throw a couple more questions at me, and 8:45, I'll shut her down. We use brown craft paper a lot for shipping. It's cheaper, a lot cheaper. And so my sister, my brother, my dad, and I, we all have businesses. We all do different things. My sister shipped something out and it went to California and it had bubble wraps in it. And the lady in California was mad. And I'm like, well, we've never had a complaint. Well, then it dawned on me, we use brown paper almost with everything. We rarely ever use bubble wrap, only in certain glasswares. So I was like, huh. So she got a bad review on it, which, I mean, yeah, that stinks, but what do? You know, it's their opinion. So oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to wrap outside the box. If you wrap the outside of the box or even put stickers over their priority thing, they can flag it and take the box and you can get in trouble. Yes, Doug. Etsy raised their transaction or their fees. They I was expecting it. It's typically about every other year. Yeah, you missed it. Sorry, I did a giveaway with a bunch of Super Clean. So no problem, Russell. Thanks for coming. Super Clean just cleans off all of your like stainless products and cleans up your laser really good. No problem, Austin. Thanks for coming. Yeah, 25 is the number. Put your guesses in now. Peter, I don't know. We don't have ours up yet, so I think we will, especially for local people. I really do, because we have a lot of local people that just don't like Etsy or don't want to go on Etsy. And if we had our own website, it'd be better. Plus, when you go to a business, like saying, business comes to you and says, "Hey, I want a bunch of gifts for give out to my customers," and I'm like, oh, "Here's a link to Etsy." Well, if I send them to my website, it's gonna be all set up and it's gonna look a lot better. You're more professional, so. Yeah, where's Charlie Bryan? You shush. He's outside locked up. Glad you got to see me again. Yeah, so let's close this out, and I appreciate every one of you, your answers, because you guys say I'm helping you, but there's times where you guys help me a ton too, and things I don't know about or where to find stuff. So I appreciate that too. I really do. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys had fun, and I hope you guys are doing well with your laser stuff. And if you aren't, let me know. And I keep getting emails also. I don't know if the people are on here, but they one-on-one training. I don't have any of that. The closest thing I got is that the members area. So if you guys want to do that, it's $50 a month. You can do it for 1 month, whatever. I don't care. But we do lives on there. So Wayne is one of them that's on there too. I saw Wayne in here. But yeah, the honeycomb. So if they're clean, it's clean. You don't get like no flashback whatsoever. Yep. You just got to keep them clean. All right. Well, thanks everyone. Glad you got to see me again. Give it a thumbs up if it did good for you. Have a wonderful night and have a wonderful weekend. And I hope to God you guys are doing good and going somewhere with this. I hope it blesses you just like it did us. So talk to you later. See ya.